Testy, testy.
Serious and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord to do his will, I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo.
American honor don't lack no soldiers. For the Spirit of the Lord, we don't lack no soldiers.
Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate y'all as the same. Hate Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell, toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't me murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí.
Lord Commandant General Yohanan Isupk.
This is what Commander General Yohanan did. This is what he did. Look at all these brothers.
First camp, I cut off all my jigger off when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
That's right.
ISUPK Detroit presents under Commanding General Yohanan. ISUPK Detroit Community Service. If you're on probation or have a felony, you can fulfill your community service hours here at 12355 Gratiot Avenue, Detroit, Michigan. We offer expungement services for most felonies. We also do food drives, counseling, and health fairs. For more information, call 810-392-3261. Again, call 810-392-3261.
We're in front of the Israeli School, Universal Practical Knowledge, the Philadelphia Division, here at 3226 Cheltenham Avenue in Philadelphia. We're standing in front of the school right now, getting a description of the 12 tribe sign that's been painted by one of the brothers that was We're in front of the Israeli School, Universal Practical Knowledge, the Philadelphia Division, here at 3226 Cheltenham Avenue in Philadelphia. We're standing in front of the school right now, getting a description of the 12 tribe sign that's been painted by one of the brothers that was in the school: Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar. Those are the 12 tribes of Israel.
Shalom. Shalom. You've been waiting for this day, so this day has finally come. A lot of you have been wondering where this knowledge that you've been hearing is coming from, and the powerful truth that you've been hearing, how this was established. Well, we finally were able to arrange for the priests to come down from New York and spend some time with us. And I'd like to introduce them if I can. These are some great brothers. We're very glad to have them with us. We want to make them feel as warm as possible, because this is their work and the extension of their work and what they've laid down some time ago. I'd like to introduce, first of all, priest and Sixth Shield General, 4th in command in the nation of Israel, Lahab. I'd like to salute this brother. Majo. Barak. Shabyam, which means sit. And I'm gonna turn it over now to Priest General Lahal.
Water, brother. I'd like to say this, starting off, we're very impressed at your school here, and we're very impressed to see that the brothers and sisters in Philadelphia think enough of the Most High and the Bible and the truth and your nationality to be a part of this, because most of the brothers and sisters are running from the truth.
Ironic.
You know the truth is the truth, that's all I know. Cry loud and spare not, you gon' get exposed. A few real niggas left, you not one of those. Real soldiers, we was born to stand 10 toes. If he ain't one West, that nigga not one of mine. He got a purple 12, me, I got a black 9. The truth is the wife of my youth, chopper my concubine. Had to die to get my rib, that bitch forever mine. You know the game, a bishop gotta be blameless. But GMS teaching niggas to be rapists. They screaming we snitch. When Jordan Morgan was killed by your brother, y'all ain't say shit. Real prophets only dwell in the UPK, PSA, we don't sign NDAs. Real prophets only dwell in the UPK, PSA, we don't sign NDAs.
Hey, 100 deep, 100 shields on, that's 100 priests. 100 boots, that's 200 feet. Tongue like a sword when I fucking speak. Teach you how to fish instead of fucking leech. Stop selling drugs instead of trying to fuck with me. Knowledgeable, but I'm rude in my fucking speech. Life is about warfare, not no fucking peace. Hey, bitch, I cry loud when I fucking speak. Make them wait a year before they fuck with me. Turn a street nigga to a fucking priest. Cross a priest and I promise you forever sleep.
Yo, this be actually really hard.
UBK shit, South Coast shit, man. Shout out Bar Dog, Tennessee, up the business. Hey, get the money, hey. What the fuck going on out there, motherfucker, man? Hey. Hey, get the money, nigga. Taste the paper, bitch. Keep all of your morals, never slave for shit. Ice up on my wrist. Yeah, I'm hood rich. I don't give a fuck about to get pop quick. Yeah, I'm on that shit. Yeah, I'm in the town. Niggas talking about that G, but now they come around. Can't even come around. Yeah, I'm up, nigga. Man, fuck all of these hoes, get the bucks, bitch. I'm a young rich nigga, I ain't tryna flex. You can tell I'm cold by the ice around my neck. Straight up BBS, I charge you, boy, you wanna test. I don't get no shot up by the nigga or bitch. Boy, I love the life I live, cause a nigga keep it real. Nigga freshly hell, take that drip, but get your spill. I ain't little flip, getting pimped up by the hills. I'm a straight G though, getting paper like a miso. That's that South Coast stain if you tryna hang. You be the body bang, boy, we rep the same. Nigga tryna talk, but we rep that murder game. Get your ass pop, ain't nothing to a G. Hold up, bitches wanna fuck, but hell no, I don't pay no fee. Bitches lead 2G, got that ice, I make you sneeze. All these niggas lame as hell, can't even come around me. Bitches South Coast, South Carolina, bitch, I'm styling, yeah.
Really no demons get control of me, no money get the best of me, no bitches getting up over me. Don't want much nigga, I'm sucker free. That's the way it gotta be. These niggas chainy bitches training y'all, chainy soak me. For real, this brotherhood of weapon. And bitch, we carry weapons. Like a rob on nigga ass, won't even need a weapon. And y'all be reputation, and y'all be very respected. And if you got a problem, then y'all better address it. You cross that line, we ain't show no mercy. Cross that line, you ain't gon' need surgery. You pull up and they getting up, you ain't making no move, you ain't got no purse. On UBK, so I ain't never worried. I'm putting the murder, both of my hands dirty. For real, I learned from the OGs. I'm a young nigga, but I'm a certified priest. And not from Tennessee. In this minute-torn that I gotta keep my heat. You should play it safe, and we gon' play for keeps.
All right. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. All right, we good with the sound. All right. Shalom Israel, Shalom Israel, Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbarakatah to the Akim, Shalom Yahweh Shemar Alatah Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah to the Aqua. I'm officer of 1,000 Awadiyah. This is the Isupk Detroit Law Class under Commander General Yohana. Okay, Salakia. If y'all got any questions, comments, anything like that nature, put it inside of the chat, and I will get to it. Also, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel, man, so we can push this truth and get it out there. Hey, can you do a sound check for me, Tazarot? The water, I appreciate that. So we can get this truth pushed out there, which is like one of the most important things that we could do. Is push this truth out there. It is so needed with so many attacks on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. All right. A lot of us, we don't realize that we are in a war because a lot of people, so many people, because of TV, thinks war means we running around with weapons harming one another. That's not always the case. Okay, that's not how these things go, especially what's being done with us, being done on a whole nother forefront. It's being done through commercials, being done through television, it's being done through the internet. All right. So liking and subscribing and sharing the classes is something that you can do as a way to do your part to help push this truth. So it's always so important to do that. Okay? All right. Let's get to it. So I was asked a question, okay? I was asked a question. And the question was, is getting your tubes tied unlawful? Is getting your tubes tied an unlawful thing? Okay? So I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that just for a quick few seconds. And what do y'all think? Do y'all think it's lawful or unlawful? All right. Okay. Now, this is what we're gonna do first. The first thing we're gonna do is go to Romans 5 and 13. Romans 5 and 13 is where we're going first. Is getting your tubes tied unlawful? You got that, Ties Rock? Read that.
Romans 5, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
For until the law, sin was in the world.
Uh-huh.
But sin is not imputed when there is no law.
What does it mean where it says, when it says sin is not imputed where there is no law? What does that mean? Type it in the chat if y'all can, what y'all think it mean. Okay. Quickly, sin, it says, but sin is not imputed where there is no law. Meaning what? just to get straight to the point, it means where there is no law, there is no sin. Meaning, not meaning like a Christian will take this and make you think and try to have you thinking that the law is done away with, right? That's not what it means. It means in this context, because we're talking about this, getting your tubes tied would not be unlawful because you're actually not harming the baby. You get it? You're not the baby's not in you and you taking the baby life. All right? That's not. So where it is no law, meaning you're not murdering the child, you're not killing the child is not there. Okay? Women get their tubes tied for a ton of reasons. Like what if a woman just had to get her tubes tied because if she got pregnant, it would cost her life. So it's a ton of reasons why something like that would happen. But the quick answer is it's not unlawful because there's no law against it. However, your reasoning behind it, it doesn't make it a sin. But I'll do it this way. Hey, Tazra, get Psalms 127 and 3. I'll do it this way. Because it's not a sin. However, having a child is a blessing from the Lord. If you get pregnant, 127 and 3. If you get pregnant, that's the Lord giving you a gift. Okay? That's the Lord giving you a gift. Your oppressor wants to do everything he can to do what? He wants you not to have children. He wants to stop you from having children. Wow. Why does your oppressor want to stop you from having children? Because he doesn't want to see this nation getting built. That's why he'll tie your tubes. He'll put abortion clinics in your neighborhood. He'll give you birth control pills. He'll do all different types of things and different type of acts to do everything inside of his power to do what? Make sure he can keep control and we don't have the numbers. It's the same thing they did in Egypt to us. What they say in Egypt. They were scared that our numbers would outgrow and then we would join the enemies and overtake them because they know of the things that they doing to us. We might not fully understand why we in this kingdom, but they know exactly what they doing to us. So they fear that. You got that, Tazarak?
Khan Wakan.
Read that.
Khan Wakan, sir. This is Psalms 127, verse 3. Lo, children are a heritage of the Lord.
The children are a heritage of the Lord, man. You get pregnant by the Lord when the Lord give you something. When the Lord give you a baby, man, that is a gift from Him.
That's right.
That's a gift from Him. Like they say in the world, you don't want to block your blessing by getting your tubes tied. You understand? You don't want to do that, man. The Lord gave you that baby, man. The Lord wanted you to have that baby. If you don't want to have kids, here's something easy. You ain't never got to get your tubes tied. You ain't never got to worry about going to the abortion clinic. Stop having sex.
That's right.
Don't have sex. So we done got so confused. We use sex as nothing but pleasure. Sex is to procreate. Sex is to make babies. That's what it's for. It ain't just so you can have fun. It's nice. It's a great feeling. It's excellent. But it's to make babies, man. It's to procreate. Okay? Read.
Wakan. And the fruit of the womb is his reward.
That fruit, that baby that is in your womb is the reward of the Lord. That's the Lord giving you something, man. That is a blessing from the Lord, man. You want that thing. You don't want to have your tubes tied blocking the reward. We don't use the word the scripture said. The scripture said the reward. You don't want to block the reward that the Lord is trying to give you, man. You don't want kids. You don't want babies. Don't lie with nobody. That's how you prevent it. You don't prevent it by going to get your tubes tied and going to the abortion clinics. You got something to right? Go ahead, brother.
Salakia, sir. That's heavy because the ones that's actually out here to tie their tubes or going to these abortion clinics is actually out here living unclean with all these different men. You know, the sisters that's actually that look at this scripture and know that a child is a reward. That's actually the sisters from Isupk.
Damn right. Damn right, man. You damn right about that. They using a lot of sisters out here is using the abortion clinic as a goddamn as a way of birth control. They don't take the pill. They just go to the damn abortion clinic and all that instead of just not having sex. You see what I'm saying? It just don't do it. You don't want to get pregnant. Don't do it. Sex is a great thing, but it's to have children. It's not. You understand? That's the reward. You get that. That's the reward that the Lord give you, man. Go out there and make you some babies, man. Salakia, read on. My bad. Salakia, read on. Read. Keep it going.
Verse 4. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth.
And you like a lot of arrows in your hand, right? You know what I mean? You hunt with them arrows. You go to war with them arrows. You see what I'm saying? You need them arrows. You need them kids to make you a whole damn tribe of kids, a whole goddamn army of kids. Have them. Keep having them. You don't want them. Don't get your tubes tied. Don't get an abortion. Bring them here. Bring them here. You don't want them. We'll take them. We'll take them and we'll raise them. We want those warriors. We need those. You don't want them. Drop them off here and we'll take it from there. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. Some of y'all just want to have kids so y'all can get assistance. Go keep your assistance. Just drop them off here. It's no sweat. Don't even worry about it. We got it. We know in here, we know exactly what to do. We know exactly what to do. Don't you worry about it. Okay? No sweat. We got this. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Happy is the man that have his quiver full of them.
Happy is a man that has his quiver full of them. What is a quiver? Y'all know what a quiver is? Go ahead, Tazrock.
I believe that's what they use to carry arrows.
Exactly. That's exactly what a quiver is. It says, happy is a man that have his quiver full of them. Happy is a man that what? Have his house full of children. Full of them. They everywhere. You're stepping over them. You're stepping over Tonka trucks as you walking through the house. Happy is a man that have his quiver full of them. You want as many kids as you can because, again, what do we read up there? They are a reward from the Lord, man. They are a reward from the Lord. You want them everywhere. Everywhere you can get them. You want them. Overpack your house with them. Read on.
Khan. They shall not be ashamed.
You ain't gonna be ashamed of them.
But they shall speak with the enemies in the gate.
They gonna be how y'all gonna speak at the you and 7 of your you and 25 of your sons show up with the enemy at the gate. We're gonna look at you. Y'all show up at the gate like you said what? Well, what was that you were saying? You want to tell you he gonna never mind. You know what? I just changed my mind. That's what's gonna happen, man. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, Genesis 1:28. You ain't never got to worry about no problems. It's you and your sons. You know what? I actually seen something like this in real life one time. A brother had a problem, and he showed up with about 8 of his sons. Problem solved. Problem solved. Have them kids, man. Have them, man. And if you cannot handle them, please, by all means, bring them here, and we'll do it. That's what we're here for, man, under Commander General Yohana. These is the things Commander General Yohana teaches us to do, man.
That's right.
These are the things. We'll handle that business. You got that, Ataza Rock?
Khan, sir.
Read.
This is Genesis 1, verse 28. And God blessed them.
Mm-hmm.
And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply.
To be what?
Be fruitful.
Be what?
Fruitful.
Be fruitful, man. Be fruitful and multiply. Be fruitful and multiply. He ain't say, you ain't reading nothing about no tubes tied in here.
Yeah, right.
That ain't what you're reading. The Lord said, be fruitful and multiply. Have them kids, man. The Lord wants you to have the kids. That's why he blessed you with them in the first place. You didn't get pregnant by mistake. That's TV. You only hear stuff like that on TV. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't know what I was doing. That's them tricking you so you can walk into Planned Parenthood. That's them tricking you so you can stay on birth control. That's them tricking you so you can go out and get your tubes tied. Your oppressor has a problem with reproducing. And he puts these things into place to try to combat the fact that he has trouble reproducing. They have trouble. You don't. They have trouble reproducing because the Lord is not with them. That's why. The Lord don't want them reproducing. That's why. Because how do we know? Because we just read what? It is a reward. It's a reward. And the fact that they are struggling to reproduce, that the way that they are, what they are, like 1%, something crazy like that? Something crazy. They are struggling to do it. So to combat that, they give us abortion clinics, they give us birth control, tubes tied, other things, whatever else they got in place. I can't think of the name of it though. They got a terrible abortion one where the baby is developed some in the womb and then they suck it out or something. I forgot what that's called. Yeah, I forgot what that's called. They have something terrible. You got something, Tyler? Go ahead.
Con, sir. They even got something called the day after pill now. Where they can take it just in case.
They got the day after pill, man. And here's the thing that they don't tell you, man. Women, that stuff take a toll on you, and it makes you, and over a period of time, it makes you sterile, and you won't be able to have kids. You won't. That's not what they. So you might think that you could just get your tubes tied, or you could just stay on birth control until you're ready to have a kid. No, those things will prevent you from having a kid. They don't tell you. Your oppressor don't want you to know that. See, that just tie back into what I said earlier. That's that silent war that I was talking about earlier.
That's right.
It just ties right back into that. You might think. You might think the things you're doing is a good thing, and you got a good logic to your reasoning inside your own head. But the Lord said, the fruit of thy womb is a reward. And if you're not ready for kids, don't have sex. See how easy that is? It's not no big mystery, not no great science behind it. It's not too technical for you to understand. Don't do it. Where you at, Tazarak? Go ahead, read that.
Con, sir. And replenish the earth.
And do what?
Replenish the earth.
Because having children is how we fill the face of the earth. The Lord wants this earth packed with. You ever heard of them saying, only your oppressor would think that there's too many people on the planet. like only your oppressor would think something like that, man. It's just too many people on all this land, all over the world that nobody is on. And he's sitting there talking about there's too many people on the planet. Only your oppressor, the planet is getting overpopulated. And they tell you, and then in the same token, they tell you about how much of the earth they have, they just don't know nothing about. Go ahead, Ty's right.
Con, sir. That's heavy because the reason they say this is because they're not feeling the earth like we are.
Con.
The 12 tribes, we feeling it. We
Damn
fertile.
right.
Our women fertile. They can't have kids.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. That you are 100% right. That is exactly why they're saying it, because the earth is not getting filled with their children, their sons, and their daughters. They seeing way too many of everybody else, and they can't and they're struggling to reproduce, man. The Lord is eliminating them. If you notice, they got everything in your neighborhood. You got abortion clinics and birth control and tubes tied. In their neighborhoods, they got fertility clinics, sperm banks, all kind of stuff to keep them producing children. And in your neighborhood, they got everything to destroy the children, to take it away. Why do you think that is? You think that's a coincidence? No, that is your enemy attacking you. That's what that is. That's your enemy attacking you, man. We have to get out the TV mindset and the oppressor mindset. We have to think the way the Lord wants us to think, man. We have to think the way the Lord wants us to think. Because the Lord would never have you get your tubes tied, ever.
That's right.
The Lord said, he said, replenish the earth. He said, have them all. That's what the Lord wants you to do. Your oppressor say, man, go to Planned Parenthood, man, and get that took care of. Get that took care of. They don't even say abortion no more. They just say the money it costs. That what, $250, $350, $550, whatever the hell it was. They just say the number of how much it costs. Yeah, man, got that $350. Go on, get it took care of. Like, damn. Let's see, we got some more on that Genesis. Go ahead, read that.
Con, sir. And subdue it.
and subdue the earth, man. And subdue the earth, man. It's never gonna be a time where we run out of room on the planet Earth. Your oppressor is stupid, and anybody who believes that is just as stupid as he is. This earth will never run out of room. It doesn't happen. Okay? And subdue it. Go ahead, read that last little part right there.
Con, sir. And have dominion over the fish of the sea.
And then I was gonna say it's have dominion over. How do we replenish the earth and have dominion over it if nobody's having babies? It doesn't work like that, man. The Lord want us to have them kids, man. Got a couple more scriptures, and then I'm gonna switch gears. Just give me a second. Let me just get on this right quick. Let's get Jeremiah 1:5. Jeremiah 1:5. Have them dang on babies, man. Have all of them. Every sister have about 5. Every single sister have about 5. Hey, y'all remember back in the day, man? One woman used to have like 10 kids. That used to be crazy. Yeah, 10 to 12, yeah. They ain't play. The families was big back in the day, man. Got about 10 kids in a 1-bedroom house. In a 1-bedroom house, man. They wasn't playing. They was making it happen, man. And they was making it, man. Today, women too worried about their goddamn eyelashes. A bunch of nonsense that don't make no sense. You got that?
Con, sir.
Read.
This is Jeremiah 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
The Lord said before he even formed that thing in your belly, he knew it. He knew you. Before anything, before you even got there, before he rewarded you with that, he knew all about that baby. Everybody that's here in the UPK, before we even hit our mom's womb, the Lord knew about us, man. He knew this gonna be a good officer of 1,000 Awadia. That's gonna be a good officer of Tazafrak. They gonna help under Commander General Yohana. They gonna help build this thing. They gonna do it. They're going to do it. Read.
Con. And before thou comest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee.
He sanctified us, man. That's what I just said. The Lord knew knew I would be sitting right here. I'm right here where the Lord want me to be at. Tazarok, right there where the Lord wanted him to be at. The generals, the captains, the officers, the children, everybody is right where the Lord wanted them to be at. The Lord is putting together an army, man. We need all the soldiers we can get. Although it's not unlawful to get your tubes tied, still, like, to me, it just feels like it's spiritually wrong. I just want to say that. Like it's just spiritually wrong. Like, good night. Go ahead, Tazarok.
Con. It seemed like if it ain't a health issue, it seemed like a sister will want that blessing.
Con. If it's not a health issue, if it's not about to cost you your life, receive that blessing from the Lord. You don't know what it is you blocking. You don't know what it is you stopping That's what the oppressor feared. That's why the oppressor got so many things in place. You know, y'all do know the FBI had a document and had I'm just gonna call them a group for lack of a better word right this second. They watch black people and they watch for the rise of a black messiah, so they could prevent it from happening. They watch it. Now this is documented. You can Google this. This is what they do. This is their fear. A black messiah coming from the black family. So, of course, they want you to get, that's why abortion clinics is in your neighborhood. That's why fertility clinics is in theirs. It's two different things. Okay? Read.
Kana Wakan. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
And the Lord ordained us as prophets to the nations, man. Again, the Lord put us here, man. The Lord already knew. He already knew that we would prophesize unto the nations, man. He knew that we would be standing out there. He knew we would be going to camp. He knew we would be sitting in here teaching classes. The Lord knew all of these things, man. Before we was even in the womb, though, we was set up to do these things that we doing, man. Before we was even in the womb. So, just to answer the sister's question, no, it is not unlawful, but dang, man, I promise, spiritually, it just seems so wrong to me. It just, the spirit behind that is not right because of what the Lord said he's doing. Because the Lord said children is a blessing. If you don't want to have children, just don't have sex. That's simple. Just don't do it. Don't have sex and you won't have children. Outside of that, guess what? It's the Lord. It is the Lord that wants you to have those kids. So have those kids. Don't get your tubes tied. Don't take birth control pills. None of that. Just don't lay with nobody. Or if you don't want them, if you get pregnant, just drop them off here. We'll take them. We will take them, all right? All right, that is the end of that, and I hope I answered your question, sis. With that, let's get into this topic for tonight. Let's get Ephesians 6 and 11. Ephesians 6 and 11. All right. So, Lucky, let me check and see if I got any questions. Quick, again, if y'all got any other questions or comments, just put them in the chat. And I got y'all. Put them in the chat and I got y'all. Let's see, let me check Facebook right quick. Give me 1 second. Check and make sure I don't got no questions. Last time somebody slipped in there, asked a question, and they got out so quick. By the time I realized it was there, it's already over with. All right, we too wild. We too wild. Questions. All right, where we at? Where we at, Tizer Rock? What I asked for?
You asked for Ephesians 6 and 11.
Okay, con. Ephesians 6 and 11. Read that.
Khan. This is Ephesians 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of God.
Put on the whole armor. And this right here, man, is a heavy thing right here, man. When they say put on the whole armor of the Lord. I be talking over the mic like this. How I sound when I talk like this, Rock? Can you hear me? It's the water. Okay, the water. Put on the whole armor of the Lord, man. This is the reason why I'm pulling this scripture right here, man, is because right now, man, we in such a heavy and crazy time. And I call it a crazy time because even though it's not crazy, meaning I don't know, like I don't follow the news like that or the wars and things that's going on, but sometimes when I catch something and I read something, you can see from where it was at the last time I was reading something that it's steady ramping up right now. And that it's getting closer and closer and closer to a certain time, man. And again, that's why I'm reading this right here, particular scripture that I'm reading, because this is a time where we should be putting on the full armor of the Lord, man. What does it mean? What does it mean to put on the full armor of the Lord? What does it mean to do that? How do you do that, man? Tazarak.
I'm a con, sir. First, you got to get into these classes.
Damn right. That's step one.
Then you got to stand into, go by all the statute, laws, and commandments.
Damn right.
And then get out here and teach that word and wake up the rest of this dead.
Damn right. You putting on that whole armor, man. Step one to put on that whole armor is getting into class. That's it. You start right there. You start coming in all black, boots, shirt, headband. That's what you do. That's step one. That's the very first thing that you do, man. All right? Putting on the full armor. And we need the full armor. And then following the laws. Following the laws is such a heavy thing. It would be on the battlefield, let's just say that would be our sword. That's why we call the scriptures our sword. Okay? Because that's what we fight with. Think about how the Lord is going to deliver us out of this captivity that we in. It didn't say that we needed tanks and airplanes and all of that. We don't need any of those things. The only thing we need is to be obedient. Think about Egypt was like the greatest army on the planet at that time. Nobody had ever seen anything like Egypt, man. The children of Israel, the Lord destroyed Egypt. And we walked out of Egypt. We didn't fight with the Egyptians. We ain't argue with the Egyptians. We did one simple thing. We put on the armor of the Lord. How did they put on the armor of the Lord then? Obedience. It's by listening to the Lord. That's the most simplest thing we can do. But what happens? We get caught up in the oppressor way of life. We think everything all good because now it's a dispensary on every corner. We could just walk in there and get whatever color of the rainbow we want. And you think that because when you're growing up, you saw how many times your uncle went to jail for it. Your father went to jail for it. So now you get to do it freely and you think it's the thing to do. But the Lord is against that. But the scriptures say, my people Israel don't even think about me or consider me. They take the trinkets that the oppressor give them and think it's something. I was listening to somebody on Facebook today, and what they were saying was how much better it done got because they remember when they couldn't go to the front of a restaurant and eat. They had to go out back and order the food and then go sit in their car and wait on the food. And I'm sitting and I'm thinking to myself, like, why didn't you just go to a black restaurant? That's how I'm thinking. I'm thinking to myself, like, well, but think about, we feel such a reward from the oppressor by being able to walk through the front door of his restaurant. We gave up all the black businesses in our community because we can sit at the front of the bus, because we can walk in the front door of a restaurant, because we can drink from the same water fountain. Think about everything we gave up and lost for nothing. We always can walk. We always had the right to walk into the front of the restaurant because we had our own restaurants. But at some point, we no longer wanted our own restaurants. We wanted to be able to walk through the front door of oppressor restaurants and gave all our restaurants up just to walk through the front door of those. But think about if we would have been following the law, statutes, and commandments that told us what? We separate. Envy not the oppressor. Think about the things that the Lord laid out for us to do. Envy not the oppressor. Pull that for me, right? Envy not the oppressor. I think it's Proverbs, is it 35 and 21 or 21 and 35, something like that. Might be off on that, Salakia. Think about what listening to the Lord do for us, man. Think about if we would have looked at that and said to hell with that. I'm gonna stay over here. Salakia, you got it? Read that. Just think about it for a second.
This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
And choose none of his ways, man. To hell with walking through the front door of his restaurant. To hell with knocking at the back door of his restaurant. Who the hell want to eat they unseasoned food in the first goddamn place? I ain't met nobody white that could cook. Oh, Salakia. I ain't met an oppressor yet that could cook better than a sister that throw down in that kitchen. I ain't met it yet. You seen the time? I ain't seen it yet. That's what I say. He ain't looking either. I know that's right, bro. I know. I feel you. But these are the things, these are the type of things that destroy us because what? Because we looking at it through the eyes of the oppressor in the way he wants us to look at it versus looking at it the way the Lord wants us to look at things. These is two separate ways to look at things, man. Two very, very different ways of looking at things, man. Matter of fact, hold that right where you at. Give me Psalms 1 and 1. I'm going to show y'all something right here. These is two very different ways of looking at things. two totally different mindsets. You got the mindset of somebody that's in the world versus the mindset of somebody who's following and listening to everything that the Lord say do. These is two different mindsets of two different people. You got that?
Con with con, sir.
Read that.
This is Psalms 1, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
Blessed is a man that walketh in the counsel of the ungodly. Now, let's just say you're going through something in your life, right? Whatever it is, you need to talk to somebody. Now, you in the school, you got the generals, you got your camp leader, you got men, you have men who look at it through a spiritual eye, not just the worldly eye, because we see the worldly aspect of it because we coming out of the world, so we understand that type of a mindset out there. So you got that, plus you got men who stand for the Lord. So we have a whole different eye looking at it because we doing what? We following what the Lord say do, man. So if you come to us for a counsel, you're going to get way more than what you get if you go to somebody that is ungodly, man. And a matter of fact, a lot of y'all going to get some terrible advice from somebody that's not in the school. I was talking to a sister one day, and she told me, man, she said, sister should be able to sleep with as many men as she want to because men do it and they get praised for doing it. And women get shamed for doing it. I said, whoa. I say, good gracious alive. I said, why would you say that? Like, I didn't understand it. like, why would you say something like that? Like, you know that's wrong to say. She gonna say, I wouldn't do it, but if they want to do it, I said, oh my God, this sister hates black people. Hates them. Because nobody in their right mind would think like that. Nobody in their right mind. Most people in the world say, you shouldn't cheat. They think the man shouldn't cheat or the woman shouldn't cheat. But here she is talking about men get praised. I'm like, well, you must have heard of a woman saying a brother ain't S. You heard that before, haven't you? He's sleeping with that other woman, he ain't S word. Like, what are you talking? Like, what world are you living in, man? Yeah, she truly hate. And this is what happened when you get counsel from the ungodly. I pray, I honestly do. Pray there is no sister in the world listening to that sister, man. I pray there's no sister in the world listening to that sister. Read that, Tyler Rockets, more on that, read that.
Con with con, sir. Salaki, sir, you want me to start from the beginning or continue?
Just start from the beginning, go ahead. Just
Con with con, sir. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of the sinners.
Don't stand in the way of sinners neither, man. Don't do it. Needless to say, that was the last time I ever talked to that girl. You want to go sleep? But says, you know what? Okay. You shouldn't do it. You whatever. Whatever, man. Okay? All right, Salakia, let's get back to Ephesians 6 and 11. Salakia. Yeah, you have to put on the whole armor, man. You want to take counsel from men who follow the law. How in the hell can somebody who celebrates Christmas tell you anything? They still celebrate they still talking about the Easter, the bunny lay eggs. How the hell they gonna tell you anything? What can they possibly teach you? What can they possibly tell you? And they still doing Easter egg hunts. Don't get counsel from ungodly men, man. You have to put on the full armor, man. The law is just not something that we do. The law is something that we live. We live it. We breathe it. It's our everyday life. It's every step we take. It's every breath we breathe. It's our weapon of choice, so to speak. It's the thing that we stand, we like rooted in it. Like a tree by a river. We the tree, we rooted in the truth, and that water just keep feeding us. It just keep going. That water just make the soil so moist and so great for us. Just flowing to us, man. And does what? It gives us that life. We have to put on the full armor. That's the only way we're going to get out of this condition that we in. We can't get out of this condition by thinking we so smart. Because what does it do? That takes away from the Lord, and we start thinking we did this. We start thinking it was our brilliant idea that did this. When our minds and our brilliant ideas is what got us here. That's what it did, though. It got it. This is why we're here, because we so smart. We thought we knew it all and had it all figured out, and now look at us now. We got a people that was a no people ruling over us. A people that was in the cave somewhere. In the cave, we let cave people come out of the cave and rule over us. Like my Adawan Daryala bought out yesterday. They was drinking out of skulls and wearing their clothes till it disintegrated, and now they here ruling over us. Because we thought we were smart. We thought we didn't need the Lord. Wrong. We more than need the Lord right now, man. We need the whole armor of the Lord on us, man. That's what we need. You back, Ephesians 11, you there, Tazarot? In Ephesians 6 and 11, kind of read that again. I don't hear you in the thing. Mike. That's a lot better right there.
Salakia, sir. This is Ephesians 6, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Put on the whole armor of God,
mm-hmm.
that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
That you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, man. That you may be able to stand against the wiles of the oppressor, man. He got you thinking you live in such a great life because you could drink from the same water fountain that he can. He got you thinking you live in such a great life because he allowed you to come work for him. And he might pay you, let's say you work a good job, what you consider a good job, $30 an hour. Which shit. Nowadays, with the price of everything, $30 an hour, the new $9 an hour. Everything's sky high. Right? So, you make $30 an hour. Oh, I appreciate that. You make $30 an hour, but you make him maybe $500 an hour. Maybe $1,000 an hour. You know that thing that they got called a quarter? They call it a quarter because they expect you to make this amount. He got a certain amount of money. He expects you to make him an hour. So while you think you doing something, you not doing nothing. Your oppressor is the one making out good. And the proof is, with your $30 an hour that you might be making, you still right in the ghetto with the rest of us. You still right here. Yo, you make $30 an hour. Your neighbor make 15. You right next door to him. Y'all both in the same boat. But you think you above him or better than him or something like that. Nah. You have to, and this is why, again, you have to put on the whole armor, because then you can see what the oppressor is doing to you. You won't be fooled. You won't be fooled by such thing as your wages an hour. That won't be a distraction to you. You would look at your brother and you would say, shit, we both oppressed in this kingdom. We both oppressed. How do we fix that? How do we come out of that? Well, you come out of that, man, by putting on the entire armor of the Lord, man. That's how you do that, man. That's how you do that. Don't let trinkets, small things, crumbs off the table make you think that you higher or better than your brother, man. Because you ain't. Because the oppressor look at y'all the same. He don't look at you as no different. He don't look at you as no different. Okay? Where we at, verse 12?
Khan, sir.
No, hold on, Slaki. Before you read that, get me Micah 2 and 10. Micah 2 and 10.
Khan, sir. This is Micah 2, verse 10. Arise ye, and depart.
And do what?
And depart.
And do what?
And depart.
And depart, man. Arise ye and depart. Depart from what? Read.
For this is not your rest.
What?
For this is not your rest.
This ain't our rest, man. Your hourly wage don't make you better than your brother, man. What were people like? Roof Chris? Because you can go to Roof Chris. The Lord say, arise and depart. This ain't your place of rest, man. We've been oppressed inside of this kingdom so long that we think that this is normal, man. We think our everyday life is the normal way of living. You know how many brothers wake up every morning and the first thing they can do or think about is going to find a blunt somewhere? They don't want no food. They don't want no woman. They just want to get high. That's the first thing on their mind when they wake up in the morning. Who got that loud pack? You think that's living? How in the hell is that living? That's not living, man. Read that again.
Khan. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Salakia, sir.
Oh, let me see how Salakia. Let me get there with you right quick. This is not your place of rest, man. Arise and depart. This ain't your place of rest. We in the wrong mind. We live like this is it for us, man. We live like it's nothing better than what we get. And what's even crazier, we don't even strive for anything more. It's like we've been beat so far down to dust that we don't even try to get anything better anymore. Like, you know how many of our brothers and sisters we still put our trust in voting? Like, I literally be asking brothers and sisters when I talk to them about that, I say, well, what has voting ever changed for us? What good has it done us? Go ahead, Tyler.
Khan, sir. I get that question a lot. I never voted a day in my life. And folks ask me that. And I know my one vote, what it was going to change for any president that was in here, down to Obama. Ain't nothing changed for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You understand? So I don't see the purpose of that anyway. And then you getting involved into their system instead of the Most High system.
And again, that just ties back into what we was just talking about of putting the whole armor of the Lord on you. The scriptures say, "Put not a ruler of another nation over you." But yet, we put our trust in Joe Biden. You see how that worked out for you, huh? That worked great for you, didn't it? Yeah, I know. I'm sure it did. Oh, Obama. That worked out fine for you, didn't it? Yeah, I know. I seen it. I was there too. Oh, Bill Clinton. That worked out. He smoked weed, huh? Yeah, that's your homeboy, ain't it? Yeah, we see what that did, didn't we? We've seen all too well what it has done. Well, damn. We was better before we was voting. We was better. But nobody seems to see that. That's right, please.
Salakia, sir. When we started voting, it was just a gimmick to get black voters to help vote for their own rules.
Yeah, Democrats.
That's all it was. It wasn't nothing that was going to benefit us as a whole.
It never was. It never was set up to benefit us any whatsoever. It never was set up to do it. Even when we first started getting the right to vote, and we voted, I think we put Kennedy in office. Somebody could correct me if I'm wrong. We put Kennedy in office. What did it do for what did it do for us? We should have looked at that right then and there and said, you know what, this is some BS. we good. Y'all figure that on out. Y'all figure it out, man. Y'all work on that. That's what we should have did, man. And we should have went amongst ourselves, man. That's what it is, putting on the whole armor, man. That's what it is, envying not the oppressor, man. You have to put on the full armor. You have to do, it's so important to do everything that the Lord said do. One mishap, one mishap. I forget the exact story in the Bible, but the Lord told them, he sent Israel to war. And we were supposed to go and destroy everything. Men, women, and children, burn all the gold. We wasn't supposed to take nothing. The brother took nothing, man, and the Lord started killing people. That's what the Lord do, man. That's what the Lord does if you don't put on the full armor. We didn't put on the full armor. We went on slave ships, man. We don't put on the full armor. We under the oppression of every nation on the planet. You know, I know y'all don't see it, so I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna help you understand it. When you walk in the gas station, you see another nation of people running your gas stations in there. You see another nation of people running your corner stores. You see another nation of people, they own the auto zones. They own every business in your neighborhood. None is owned by you, except the dispensary. A couple of us own a couple of dispensaries. Like what in the hell is going on, man? We own the thing that destroy our people. We don't own the things that help boost our people. How in the hell do the Arabs control the chicken? What the hell is that? They control the chicken. Black people don't have no say-so in what goes on with the chicken. And don't nobody eat more chicken than black people. Black people should have chicken coops in their backyard. As much chicken as we eat. And the Arabs control it? That's because we don't put on the full armor, man. we so love everybody-ish, except when it comes to us loving each other. Then it's a problem. Then you don't like the brother because he's sad. Then all of a sudden, we have a problem with the tribe of Issachar coming over here, man. When we should be welcoming them with open arms, man. We supposed to be opening our doors for Issachar as they coming over here, man. We got places hey, come on over here. But no, we hate them, but we let the Arabs come in our neighborhood, and Chinese food people, they open their Chinese food restaurants. As y'all know, back in the day, the Chinese food restaurants used to be ran by black people. Yeah. We ran all of that. But because of integration and let everybody else come, except when it comes to us and our own people. Because what? We don't put on the full armor. Because we love the oppressor. We so busy giving our love to everybody that oppresses, we begin to hate each other. And that's what happens. Read, go ahead, continue that at the top. You still on Micah 2 or 10, right?
Con, sir.
Read that, read.
Because, should I start from the top or just continue?
Either way, it doesn't matter.
Con, sir. Because it is polluted.
Because it is polluted, man. This place is polluted. What pollutes this place, man? Everything. The short answer, everything. Everything in this place is polluted, man. Everything that get pushed on you is polluted, man. Think about how abominable pork is. Thinking about how poor you are. So the oppressor look at those two things, and what do? He make pork the most cheapest and affordablest meat you can buy. Teach you the law's done away with, and have you eating pork like ain't no tomorrow. That's what the oppressor do to you, man. This place is polluted, man. This place is polluted with alternative lifestyle. Pushed on you. They push that on blacks and Hispanics. Your oppressor has been alternative. This ain't new to them. Pushing it on you to make sure you be alternative. This is his way of life. Think about it. You inside of his kingdom. You even go to the so-called Christian church, they accept it. They say, well, you know, God just loves everybody too. You come in here, we tell you the Lord is going to unalive you for it. Because somebody has got to tell you the truth, man. Somebody has got to help you put on that full armor of the Lord, man. Somebody got to do that, man. Like Atazarok said earlier, man, the first step is you got to come in here and get in class, man. Because out there, they ain't teaching you how to put on the armor, man. Out there, you're going to be in a world of trouble. Out there, you're going to get put to death. Oh, you're going to get unalived by the Lord. Salakia. That's what's going to happen. This place is polluted, man. With your stupid sneaky links and all that garbage. Sneaky links now, huh? That's how we living now? These women, our women nowadays, they don't even want to be wives. They want to be baby mamas. And not baby mama to one person. They want to be 4, 5 different dudes baby mama. They don't even know how to be wives. They're not even concerned about being wives. They think being a wife means you gotta be an old lady or some nonsense like that. They don't even understand being with a man and building something. They want to come in and have the man pay all their bills. Lady, is you crazy? Are you crazy? I'm not about to pay all your bills. I'm not about to be fighting and wrestling with some other man, try to outdo another man just so I could pay your bills. You lost your goddamn mind. What the who do? You know what? No. It's not gonna happen. It's not the right thing to do. Really think about that, man. This oppressor have our women so delusional, man. It's bad, man. They just don't know no better though. They getting cheated out of the best thing that they can be, which is being a wife and a mother. That is the greatest thing a black woman can be. A wife and a mother. And you are getting cheated out of that by listening to your oppressor. And again, that's why we say, make sure you like and share these classes and push this stuff out there, man. Because our women, they need it. They need it so bad. Not just our women, but of course, all of us need it so bad. I was just talking about the women, so that's why I said women. But every brother and sister that's not in the truth, they need this truth, man. We are a nation of people. We are our own nation. We have our own laws. We have our own way of life. We have our own things that we do. We have our own customs. Every nation of people that come over here, they have their own customs. We the only ones trying to fit in with the people that oppress us. We have to put on the full armor of the Lord, man. We have to be engulfed in that thing, man. Because it's so much promotion of everything. Like we just read, it said it's polluted. It's polluted at everything. Because this place that we in, it gives us pleasure. It gives us pleasure, man. I'm telling you, the pleasure is everywhere. You be in the world, man, you think you having a blast. You got your hand up, Tazara? Okay, kind. You be in the world, you think you having a blast. You doing every sin that you can think of. You creating sins. You adding sin on top of sin. You got 2-3 women in the bedroom with you. You think you on top of the world. Okay, keep playing. You're going to be the next one with that new syphilis. That's going to be your reward. Syphilis. The new one, too. Not the old one. The new one that really tear you out the frame. You think you're going in there liking them women sliding down the pole. Touch them. You're going to be taking them big HIV pills forever. You're going to need the new ones that don't be so big, you have to break them in half to swallow them. Keep playing. You have to put on the full armor, and nobody outside of the UPK is telling you these things are happening to you because they're acts of judgment from the Lord. They're acts of judgment. Because you know why your oppressor don't want to tell you this? And why he makes sure it doesn't get to you? Because he doesn't want you to fear the Lord. They don't want you to fear the Lord, man. They want you to keep doing the things you do, thinking God understands everything you do. Let me tell you something. God said do this, and he ain't trying to hear what you said do, how you feel, what you want to do. When that judgment hits you, it ain't no more talking. It's over. It is over for you. So, give me 1 second. Let me check and make sure I don't got no questions. This thing rocking. All right, yeah, when that judgment hit, it's over. The Lord don't care about none of that stuff you got going on, man. Not one bit of it, man. You had better walk with a extreme fear of the Lord. That's how I walk. I say it every week. I say it every week because I hope somebody who knew me in the world would see this and change their mind because they know how I was. I know how they is. And they say, you know what? If that brother can do it, man, I can do it too. I say this to give brothers hope, not really just for brothers that I know, but of course I say this to give all people hope, man. I watch how I walk. I watch every step I take because of my fear of the Lord, man. I never want to so much as almost offend a brother. I don't want to almost sin. I don't want to almost do it, man. And believe you me, I get tempted. Oh my God. I get tempted. Okay, I ain't gonna go into details, but just know I get tempted. It happens. It's going to happen, man. And that's why, again, this armor that we talking about is so important, man. We talking about putting on the full armor of the Lord, man. It's hard out there. Satan know your weaknesses. He knows them, man. He knows them, and boy, oh boy, if he think he can get you some way, he's going to try. He's coming. He's coming. He's going to try. But if you got on that full armor, man, guess what? He's going to fail. How do we know that the full armor works? The importance of it. It's what Christ used. It's what Christ used against Satan. Christ had on the full armor. Now, if Christ used the law to fight Satan, then guess what we can do? We can use the law to fight Satan. That's what we do. You use because what is sin? Transgression of the law. All right? You still got that Micah 2 and 10? Read that first.
From the top, Ottawa?
No, just pick up where you at.
Come.
Short on time.
It shall destroy you.
It shall destroy. I mean, do I have to say anything about us being destroyed? Do I have to say anything about us being destroyed?
Even with a sure destruction.
Even with a sure destruction. Give me 1 second. Do I even have to say anything about us being destroyed? Like, who looks at black people and say, we live in a luxurious life inside of this kingdom? Who looks at us like that? Who looks at our neighborhoods and goes say, man, this the best, we have the best of the neighborhoods inside of this kingdom? Who does, where's any of that at? You see that somewhere at Tazaraka? I don't. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Who does that? Where is it at? Who looks at us and say, black people living the best life ever on the planet? Doesn't happen. It does not happen. It's not nowhere, man. We are read that destruction part again, pick it back up from there, Salakia.
Kanawakan. It shall destroy you, even with a sure destruction.
And it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction, man. And it's no people on the planet destroyed more than these 12 tribes, man. It's no people on the planet destroyed more than these 12 tribes, man. At the hand of an oppressor who for some reason we love. It's like the more he destroys us, the more we love him. Why is that? Why is that? Because we not putting on the full armor. This is why this one little scripture, it's like a ton. It holds a ton of weight. Just simply putting on the full armor. Okay, let's get that back. Where was that? Ephesians 6 and 11.
Con, sir.
All right, take it from the top.
This is Ephesians 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
We don't wrestle against flesh and blood, man. This fight for us is not a physical fight. Meaning, we not throwing punches. We're not trying to unalive each other with weapons. That's not the way we fight. That's not how we're going to win. God's people, we don't win with brute force. Even though we just look at the oppressor like, man, why we just can't beat them up? Like we could just, like, good night. We could just come together and we could just beat all of, like what are we talking about here? But that's not how we do it. That's not how the Lord want it done. That's not how the Lord want it done. That's how your oppressor think. The oppressor thinks somebody don't listen to him or he got a problem with somebody. He just go do airstrikes or drone strikes or whatever the hell he want to do. He just bomb the hell out of them. That's what he do. That's how he think. Not how the Lord want us to do it. The Lord want us to do it by trusting in him. That's how the Lord want us to do it, man. And that's how we gonna do it. It's gonna get done like that. Make no mistake about it. Christ don't care if he come here and it's only gonna be 5 of us that's being obedient to him. He'll take care of the rest of y'all. I mean, you have to, at some point, you got to look and say, you know what, it is something wrong, and you got to choose a side. Like the scriptures say, you're going to have to make your election sure. You're going to have to pick a side sooner or later, man. And I know a lot of us, because of Christianity, we get turned off by the scriptures. But we just like, what's the point? Why do I need to come to church to do whatever I want to do? I could just stay home and do whatever I want to do. Well, that's why the Christian churches is empty. People's trying to see it's no real substance in there. They're starting to see that, man. And it's emptying out, man. Y'all seen that? That video of TD Jake's church? There's about 3 people in there. 3 people in the front row. All them, the balcony and all that. Nobody in there no more. Nobody in there no more. That's the Lord doing that, man. That's the Lord. The Lord is tired of people playing with his name, man. The Lord is sick and tired of people playing with his name, man. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, read.
But against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world.
And the rulers of darkness against this world. Let me tell you something. Rulers of darkness of this world gave you the crack epidemic.
That's right.
That's what they did. That's what they did to you. They flooded your neighborhood with crack. That's what they did. And destroyed. I promise you, it probably destroyed. It didn't seem like it. And I know this may seem like an exaggeration, but I promise you it's not. That crack epidemic destroyed about 10 generations of people. Think about, because the effects and the damage of it is still going on today. It's still going on today. You probably don't see it as much as it used to be back in the day. It's still around, and the effects and the things that it done is still affecting us today. That's why they're able to put dispensaries on the corners. Because that drug addiction is still going. We just smoke more marijuana. We just pop more pills. We just drink more lean. It's just methamphetamines. It's just the effects of it. Heroin. Think about all these things, man. These are rulers of darkness that is pushing these things on us, man. And they doing it through what? Through our entertainers. The people that you cannot enter a strong man's home unless you first bind that strong man. So the crack epidemic binded all the strong men that we had, and now they're able to push everything else on you through the entertainment. Because you don't have a father in your house to set you straight on what to do. And at about 16, you ain't listening to your mama no goddamn more. You were out doing whatever, you damn near a man. So you out there just doing, But you don't have the guidance of a father anymore, man. And you think, and you think you're smart, you think you know it all. I was like that too. I was like that for a very long time till I came in here and I realized I didn't know anything. I should shut my stupid mouth, not say anything, and ask questions about everything. Because I know absolutely nothing. Everything I thought and was taught was wrong. And I did not know that until I came in here. And I knew I was supposed to be in here because I remember I would have a question on Monday, and scripture breakdown was on Thursday. And before I got to scripture breakdown, my question would always be answered by the time I got there. If I thought of 12 of them, they would answer before I got to scripture breakdown class. It was crazy. I said, okay, I'm rocking with this place right here. And I didn't see no men running around or jumping around talking about they got the Holy Spirit. I always thought that was alternative. I always thought that was alternative. Like, I just couldn't do it. And at one point, I used to think something was wrong. Like, damn, am I that much of the devil? Like, God damn, I'm that much of the devil, huh? God don't F with me at all. Yeah, we got to put on that whole armor. Okay, where we at, Salakis? All right, we got a couple minutes. Let's wrap this up right quick.
Con, sir. Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
And spiritual wickedness in high places, man. I brought up Bill Clinton earlier today. Y'all thought your homeboy, because he said he puffed some weed and didn't inhale, so y'all thought he was cool because he smoked some weed. Thought he was your friend. Y'all know he was one of them people flooding y'all neighborhood with the crack epidemic, right? Y'all know that, right? That's y'all friend, though. Y'all love him to death. His wife messed with Margaret Sanger. Margaret Sanger, what did she say? Black people was like weeds and we need to eliminate them. She's the head of your abortion clinics, man. This is spiritual high places. This thing is a spiritual warfare. We are at, as I said in the beginning, we at war. We don't even realize it. We got an enemy that we look at not like as the best thing since sliced bread. All because we don't have the full armor of the Lord on. When you put on that full armor, man, when you get in these classes, you start learning and you start understanding what's going on in the world, you're gonna start to realize something going. You're gonna start to see what's really being done to you. It's something being done to us, man. There is something being done to us, and we don't know how to defend ourselves from it. Well, and here you have the answer under Commander General Yahana on how to defend yourself from it. You come in here and you put on the full armor of the Lord, man. That's how you defend yourself. You come in here and you be obedient to the Lord, man. And that's how you fight those things. And with that, close the class. Shalom, Israel. Oh, call the Tazarach up for the reading of Slaki. We are the ISUPK, started out on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Root for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister are off limits for 6 months, they are to be saluted only, here to shed themselves of the world. The teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the heads of the school to teach your brother or sister. There's another 6 months, brother and the sister will court each other. This 6 months, brother and sister get permission from the head parent. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi 3, 8. Ayashar, 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every 10% of every penny increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department. Priest fund. Offering not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Got the Feast of Purim coming up this Thursday. Tomorrow, Feast of Purim. Y'all come on out, man. 1, 2, 3, 5 Gratiot, man. Celebrate it with your brothers, man. Right? Anyone wants to be a start wearing all black shirt, pants, and the headband and scarf. That your courteous salute to the brothers. Majum, Sabak, Majum, Rock, Kabashim, Shabarak, Jajamata.